Hey, open conversation. I'm your girl, Miss Darkchild.
And I'm Simply D.
And we were here to wish I missed the Father's Day show.
You sure did.
Happy belated Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day to you. How was your day?
It was good.
How was your day, Mr. Cameraman?
It was good.
All right. So we had a nice Father's Day. Now, what's the topic, Simply D?
Success.
Success.
Yeah.
Our success, their success, everybody's success.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, a conversation we're going to talk about is success and how it pertains to each and everybody. But you know, we measure success by different. Some people measure success by money.
Right.
Some people measure success by happiness.
Right.
Me, myself, I measure success by the number of laughters that I get.
That's a good point.
So how do you measure success?
I measure it by how many friends I have.
Wow. See, now what if you ain't got as many friends? You got more friends on Facebook than you got in real life, right?
No, actually, they're pretty much all my friends.
They pretty much the same. This is the only man I ever know that got Facebook people. All y'all Facebookers out here, y'all gonna hit me up and let me know that y'all all know this man. He got 4,875 people on his Facebook.
Like 461.
He's saying that he know y'all. He said 461. I measure success by the number of laughs that I get. If I get out there and I tell a great joke,
right,
my thing is how the audience receives the joke is success to me. That lets me know if my hard work is there. Sometimes everybody feels as though that you need validation,
right,
to make you feel like you're successful.
Right.
We all do, in some ways or another, need validation to make sure that we feel like we're successful. If you bake a good cake, you come up, do something nice for your lady. If she doesn't validate it or he doesn't validate it, it doesn't feel like that day has been successful. Every day you go to work, you punch in, you punch out.
Right.
You feel like your day is successful?
Not always.
Not always. But to your boss, as long as
yeah,
you completed the task that you were supposed to complete that day, your day is successful.
Exactly.
Right. So us spiritual folks, when we get up in the morning and we able to love our family and lay down at night, to us that's a successful day. Right. So we all have to learn to measure success in a different way. It's all up to you. It's what you do, what you put behind success. What we see as being successful is the things that we use to motivate us.
Right.
So in your lifetime, have you met any genuinely successful people who have not really prospered, who don't have that financial gain, who don't have the big houses, who don't have the large amount of property to measure their success?
Yes, I've met people who have been successful because of the happiness that they have in their life. So that to them was their success. But like you said, everybody measures it differently. Right. You know what I mean? I'm going to measure it differently by how many viewers hit us up on Open Conversation.
You see it down at the bottom. Success, I made it successfully out of the hairdresser. You see I got no burns on my ears. You see that she didn't nick me in the back.
And it's
that is successful. When you can get out the kitchen without no look at my forehead. No burns. See that? No burns on the forehead. That's success.
And it's tight.
And you see that? Look at that. That's successful. Now we here, I measure success is different from the way everybody else measures success. My day starts and ends with family. Successfully complete my prayers for the day.
Right.
There's a certain number of prayers that I have to pray during the course of the day. Once I complete them, that makes me feel like I'm successful.
Gotcha.
To know certain folks and then to come back and to later be able to be with them,
right, that's
successful. Success is nothing if you don't have someone to go on your journey with.
You're right. You're right.
That's the worst part of success,
right,
is not having somebody to share it with.
You're absolutely correct.
The best part of it is to having somebody to share it with. Just even the small things about your day. I was able to complete that project that the boss gave me. Boom, I turned it in. You come home, tell your wife that. Now that's successful.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But then you got to measure things. You got to measure whatever we need to measure.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
So we're going to take a break and meet up with the rest of our co-workers, right?
There you go.
Come on, we out. Open conversation.
Open conversation.
So we were talking about success. How do you measure your success? What is success to you? Ms. Darkchild, you had some interesting concepts of what you feel success was. Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Just like is with anything, we use a certain gauge to measure success. As a comedian, we measure the amount of laughter that we get. As a parent, you measure how many stars your kindergarten child brings home. For school, they measure your grades, A's, B's, and C's. That determines somebody's success. Money. They determine how much money you make, how successful you are. Property, cars, material things. But in life, as us that are spiritual people, we measure our success by the blessings that we receive, by counting our own and not counting others' blessings. Because sometimes we have the habit of counting what other people else have and not being thankful for the ones that we have. Just by getting up in the morning is a blessing and it's successful. To be able to complete the task that your boss gives you at work, that's successful. So as we go through the course of the day, we continuously count success because that's the way society has made us count things through success. Whereas, did I successfully, did I put a quarter in the meter and instead of just 30 minutes, I was able to get 40 minutes. Even as get over, you still measure your success. How was I able to rob Peter to pay Paul? For somebody who's low income, their successes are different from ours. Their successes are, how can they make a check stretch? How can they put off this to pay this, to make a payment arrangement to do this? So success by any means is a measuring tool by of and of itself. But we just measure things different.
What about you, Melissa? How do you measure success and significance?
She didn't get the definition. You got to Google it. She don't have the old iPhone. We gonna get Melissa the phone because I know y'all in an open conversation love her to Google our definition of success. Through the magic of TV, and voila, Melissa now has an iPhone. Voila. There it is.
Okay. Success. The achievement of something desired, planned, or attempted. The gaining of fame or prosperity. One that is successful.
Okay. Now, she said all that and we still don't know what success means. She said all in big words. You at home are in your Google bag too, trying to Google, because you don't know what she said.
Might have pulled out an old dictionary.
Old dictionary. Now that's successful. If any of our viewers out there can pull out a dictionary, that is successful.
Yeah.
And it's up at the bottom. You see the number going across the bottom. Call us and say, I got a dictionary. Successful. That word probably ain't even in there.
Probably ain't.
Probably ain't.
If the dictionaries have been revised so many times, it might not be in there.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine the person that got to type all that stuff?
Yeah.
He's successful at the end of the day.
Yeah, he get paid.
But I think that successful is more, to most people nowadays, is more of a spiritual term than a personal achievement term. So I even think that the dictionary needs to change its meaning. But you know they change the dictionary all the time. Add words, put words in. We need to change the dictionary. Successful doesn't always mean prosperity. It now means something more spiritual.
To me, success is something that is measured, like Dr. Charles said, like on so many different levels. Like there's no one specific measurement of success. Like because I mean, you use your economic status as a measuring tool. You can use your educational level as a measuring tool of success. You can use your children as a measuring tool of success. You know, so there's no one way that you deem yourself successful or unsuccessful. Because you can be a success as a parent, but be unsuccessful in business ventures.
Let me ask you this. If you raise your kids to the best of your ability and your son or your daughter ends up in jail, does that make you an unsuccessful parent?
As long as my child was educated and they graduated 12th grade, and then they chose to veer off and
let's say before that, your son, 11th grade, goes out, gets in trouble, does something that he's not supposed to do, he gets locked up, he has to do a 5 to 6 year stint. Does that make you then an unsuccessful parent?
No, I mean, if I was doing what I was supposed to be doing to the best of my ability, and that child still went out there and did whatever he did to get himself arrested, then that wouldn't fall on me as being unsuccessful as a parent, because I did what I was supposed to be doing.
Melissa, let me ask you. You know a lot of us, our parents, your parents, they measure their success as a parent based on how well their child does. Now, you raise your child, he gets to be 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, around the 10th, 11th grade, he goes out, does something that gets him locked up, maybe a 12-month stint, maybe shorter. Do you then look at that as being an unsuccessful parent?
I think a lot of people look in on a situation like that and say that, but I don't necessarily think that's true. Sometimes parents, you can do everything in their power to steer your child in the right direction, and they still don't. Sometimes it's just out of pure control.
So a lot of people that's on the outside looking in tend to say and blame the parents of that child.
I think so.
As not being successful. And I think that happens a lot because as we see, these parents out here that, the famous one, my father was a pastor. Those are the kids that get into the most trouble. They're the ones getting high first, they're the ones drinking first, all of that.
But they live their sheltered lifestyle.
Exactly.
So if they got a chance to break away, get a taste of that for themselves, they just did any and everything that they were told not to do.
And then that makes them think, oh, my child, I'm not successful as a parent. But you are successful as long as you still, just because your child goes and commit a crime does not mean that the values that you gave your kids they're no longer there or they no longer exist. Just because they seem being made a bad choice, maybe just once, it still does not negate what you have done over the long period of time.
Now let me ask, what do you think, say your child goes out on pregnancy or comes out pregnant, does that make you unsuccessful somewhere down the lines, like you didn't do something or instill in certain qualities that you should have?
I mean, as long as you do your best to educate them and, show them right from wrong, like I said, they can still do things that are out of your control. There's nothing, you can try everything, but you can still do things, obviously, against it.
That's what and then it makes the kids and then it makes it so that the parents tend to look at their lives to say, have I done enough?
But a lot of parents, if certain things that they have, look at, you avoid shame from the family or, they just feel totally like let down. So I think that the term is, became pregnant, just down the level. So I think some parents those things that way.
So do we measure success by the amount of money somebody has?
Some people do.
Some people do.
Yeah,
I don't.
a lot of people do.
Because your money is your money. The money that you got will come from.
So in terms of wealth, does that make somebody more successful than you? Michael Jackson had a wealth of money. He also had a lot of allegations that come behind.
Yeah, he also had a lot of unhappiness in his life.
Right. So do we see that as a part of is now my question then becomes, is sadness still a part of success?
I think it is, because I think if some people measure success on how rich they can become because of something that they've done, they then have to remove themselves from the environment that they grew up in and basically lock themselves away, because now they don't want the have-nots to come after them and try to make money because they have it. So now does that make you unhappy and you can't live a normal life? To some, yes. You can't go out and do the average things that you used to do or that people do, because now you have to remove yourself because you don't want people coming at you. I'm hearing a lot of people who are famous have to put on disguises just to go out. You know what I mean? Like, really? Like, because they can't go out and enjoy themselves, because as soon as somebody see them, they're going to get mobbed.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Or people are going to start nagging. So now they have to put on disguises to go out. And that's just too much trouble.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, let's say when we become successful, at this show here,
open conversation?
Yeah, I'm still going out.
I'm going out. With no mask, no
disguises, no nothing. You gonna see me out and about, and you gonna holler like, yo, can I? No.
He said, yo, can I?
No.
He already telling y'all no.
And I'm
He's not getting none of his success.
Yo, I'm with my family.
It's not happening. Don't ask him for nothing.
No,
you can't. See this? They already trying to borrow a couple dollars.
You know I'll get down right here.
No. Don't even ask.
No means no. I'm with the family. Leave me alone. No.
He only needs $20. He ain't getting it.
No.
No.
Back up off.
Say I'm eating.
Back up on, and I'm eating.
You know I'm eating. Right? While I'm eating.
You know, you need a meal, I'll buy you a meal, but you step off.
That's all I'm asking, bro.
That's all he wants.
I think success is measured differently.
Like how?
Through each person. I mean, it's like every person has their own goals in life.
Right.
You know, things that they want to accomplish. And I think once you accomplish those things, you're technically successful. You know, it doesn't necessarily. I'm not gonna measure my success off of what everyone else sees because I know what I have and what I'm doing. They only know what they see or what they think. So I think it's different.
Different strokes for different folks. That's a TV show too. Different folks for different strokes. Different strokes for different folks. She's absolutely right.
Well, you know, Steve Harvey had an interesting question on the other morning on his radio.
But you gotta hold that. We're gonna shoot to a commercial.
All right, well, let's go to the commercial.
Open conversation.
Photography company that offers modeling, weddings, family portraits, and much more. Indoors, outdoors, in the studio, or we'll come out to you. Just give us a call.
Conversation.
And we're back.
We didn't go nowhere. We keep saying we back.
Pay some bills.
We paid. We didn't move.
You went to the party?
I didn't go to the bathroom. We keep saying we back every time we do this show. Creflo Dollar, you keep saying we back. We didn't go nowhere.
You know what? You got your hand down today.
I never
can't say
moved.
Harriet Tubman today because she's spiffy. But what would you have me say other than
be successful to the people? We talking about success. We did not successfully move from this chair and to say we're back.
What would you have me say? What would you say?
I would have said.
She said we're back.
We're back.
That's what I said. We're back.
Just the way you say it, it's like we went somewhere.
Because I'm living in the dream.
We didn't go nowhere.
I'm thinking I'm successful already.
All right, Creflo Dollar.
So you need to catch up.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So as I was saying,
we back.
The other morning, Steve Harvey had an interesting question. He said, "What will keep you from achieving your success?"
What? People.
And that's what I called it and said, the wife.
The wife, the wife shouldn't stop.
If she's not,
but y'all not on the same.
And she's not supportive.
No, yeah, she would be a hindrance.
Just like a husband. If they, I know.
Yeah. You got at some point you got to. I'm in a single life, so some point you got to be able to separate business, pleasure, business. Even if it's your spouse, even if y'all not on the same road, somebody got to do something.
But that's just it. So what if the spouse that you have doesn't see your dream?
That's true.
Okay, so now let's say for the sake of argument you're married, right? And you're striving to be this famous comedian, but your spouse does not feel your dream or see your passion for what you have.
I can see that happening because a lot of times in this business you do meet a lot of different people.
Right.
And jealousy then comes in the way, people knowing your face, you smiling, laughing. out all night, doing promo shows, doing this, that, and the third, it then becomes a whole issue.
Right.
So I understand not being on the same page, but I don't understand you deterring me from my dream to be successful at what I do.
Because of the negativity that they might say, oh, you ain't gonna make it. I don't know why you still going out there doing that. You spending time away from your family. Oh, we could have been doing this, that, and the other, but you out there trying to go to these comedy places and get on stage and make it as a comedian. You ain't never gonna make it. I don't even know why you wasting your time. You ain't that damn funny.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's what time you sign them divorce papers. And it will be the end of the conversation there. I already got a prenup signed.
But if they're not supportive,
then it's going to be a problem. It is going to be a problem.
My thing is, you know, not saying that it happened to me, but just saying, if that person, your significant other, does not feel your passion for what you're doing after, it can be a hindrance.
It's not even, it doesn't have to be your significant other.
No, it could be a family member. It could be a friend.
Just right here with Melissa. Her husband's behind the scene. She's on front of the scene. Before she was in front of the camera, she was coming. She might not have wanted to come every weekend and be bothered with this nonsense.
And now she has no choice.
Now she's sitting on the couch with us. Wait a minute, she run that. You understand? She run that.
Well,
she shut this whole thing right now.
But he made her come over here. And she's here.
She got the power to shut it down.
Yeah, well,
it's okay. She got the power. Shut this whole organization
until we make it get some papers.
Alright, so don't shut it down just yet. We need to make a
that
little
right
bit of
there.
money.
That right there is what we're talking about the spouse from being successful. Right
she will shut it down.
Right there is what we're talking about.
She can shut it down.
But then she'll be keeping the show from
she will be shut. She got kids. She don't care about no show.
And that's what I'm saying.
They eating.
Your spouse can shut your whole program down.
You're right. Y'all better be nice because she shut this whole down. We be somewhere else. We be sitting on these benches. It just won't be no cameras out there. We'll be talking about a show that used to be.
Right. How many celebrities do you know end up getting divorced just before they make it or right after they make it?
True. Right before they make it.
Right.
Always say I should have stayed a little longer.
Exactly.
Oh, you should have left a little faster.
Right. And why is that? Because they didn't see your dream. They didn't feel your passion.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's all it is. They don't see it. They don't see the big picture. They see what's in front of them. You're not home, spending time away, you're not making no money at it. So what are you doing it for? You know what I mean? Right. Those are the type of things that you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but those are some of the things that hinder us trying to be successful. But if you have a spouse that's unsupported, what's the answer?
You gotta get rid of this.
Is your dream bigger than your heart?
That's
the question. Is your dream bigger than your heart?
To some it is.
But if you follow your heart and
your heart ain't
your dream, if you follow your heart and say, all right, well, my spouse ain't supporting me, my family not supporting me, so I'm just leave this alone. I'm just give me a regular 9 to 5, or I'm just change up my whole way of thinking.
You ever been to a cemetery?
But then you come, after a while you start thinking.
Some do. And again, that person, now if you do that, you're left with that emptiness, like I could have made it, or what if I did make it? Why have those questions?
Or not pursue your dreams and your passion, and that person that you forgave to give particular happiness as far as your passion and your dreams for, don't wind up breaking up or separating years down the line.
Exactly.
Have you ever been to a cemetery? Have you ever counted the number of grave sites that you saw there? And I always pass it. And my grandma used to always say, can you imagine how many people went there and took their dreams with them? Wow. And I always said, I don't want to be one of them. It's all right to be dead, but don't take your dreams with you. Don't take them with you. Yeah. So it makes a big difference on how you pursue it. You know before you get, you know that you had that passion in your heart when you met that significant other. You knew that you had this passion in your heart. That should have been a part of your dating day. When y'all first started dating, look, I want to one day do a film, one day I want to do open conversation, one day I want to do so and so and so and so. Make that a part of your conversation. So when you pop it, so that you just not popping out stuff at no given time, like out of the blue, and he already come out with, well, when did you decide that you wanted to be a WWF wrestler? I didn't know. You never said that the whole 15 years we was dating. You never watched a wrestling TV show. Now all of a sudden you want to be a wrestler. Should be a part. You might have forgot it. But if it's something that's in your heart, you done said it a couple times. You've been sitting there watching a movie together and see somebody, a director in there. Yeah, I always wanted to direct a movie. Oh, you see somebody, I always wanted to be a salesman. You've had that conversation along the lines of those 15 years y'all dated before y'all been married the last 6 years.
Let me ask you, would any of you hold significant other back?
No, I wouldn't want to hold it. And I mean, my feeling on this subject is, if you're my wife or you're my fiance, my girlfriend, whatever, and you have dreams and aspirations of doing something, we gonna be together, and I'm gonna support you. Make it up to us in a better spot. So why should I hold you back, and why should I kind of kiss on your dreams and tell you you ain't gonna make it? Because you want because then you gonna resent me for not supporting you. Exactly. So I'm gonna support you because in the long run, once you make it, then that might give me the opportunity to fall back a little bit, and then I can get my mind straight. And then I might be able to find something that I can be passionate about, and then if I support you, yours can go support me. Okay. I gotta work both ways.
Agree. You shouldn't hold your significant other back. If it becomes a big problem, then the next conversation y'all should be having is what divorce lawyer are we gonna go see. So, but it should be that conversation.
Yeah.
And it could be that.
It does happen. I had a young lady who I worked with. She worked odd and end jobs to put her fiance at the time through college. So she helped him with college. He didn't work. He went to college and studied to be a doctor. And once he successfully got out of college, got to his internships and things of that nature, he became a doctor. No, he never married. They were fiancés throughout the whole process. They were engaged throughout the whole process.
He got the cow and the milk for free.
So once he became a doctor, he dropped her and married somebody else.
I knew that was going to be the outcome of that story.
Yeah.
That's normally what happens. They decide no more. Our relationship is over.
Yeah, I can use you for, so now I'm moving on. And it happens a lot.
But these are the conversations that most people think about, that we sometimes think about. How do you measure success? And how big of a role does success play in your life? It's a difference. How big of a role that success plays in my life is different from everybody else's. That's a personal thing. It's a personal choice. The decisions that come behind it is that too is personal, or it's a family issue. It's you, your wife, you, your mother, your father, you, your brothers and sisters. It's something personal. It's not a global definition. She Googled it, gave us the global definition. But when you really look at it, success to each person is different on every level. To a little kid putting together a 4-piece crossword puzzle, little jigsaw puzzle, is success to them. We teach it at an early age. We don't teach kids to not put a puzzle together. We teach them to put a puzzle together, and then as soon as they do it, what do we say? Yay! When they take 3 or 4 steps, yay! We're teaching kids at a very young age that success is something that you should strive for. Nobody waits till the kid gets there and go boom, bang, and smack them over. We clap, we cheer, because it's about success. It's the way we measure it. So.
I mean, like you said, everybody views it differently. So, you know, we're going to have our closing remarks on this subject, Maurice.
Well, I think everything pretty much the same.
Okay. Yeah, I think Dr. John summed it up. Well, today we've been talking about success.
How you measure it, how you count it, what it is, what it look like, what it feel like, what it is. She gave us a definition of what it is. So we know and what it will be.
And again, it's been another episode of an open conversation. We do truly hope that you will Facebook us, text us, email us, give us a phone call once we get the number. I don't know if the number's on that yet. And let us know what your comments are, your concerns, any topics that you may want to talk about. One of us is always here, willing and able to talk to you. This is open conversation. Your views matter to us. Hit us up. We would appreciate it. This has been an open conversation on location. We might be coming to you next, real soon. See this one? Act up, cut up.
I'm coming.
She's coming. If she'll be on time.
He didn't go there, did he? That's going to be the next show.
I had to get her back.
That's going to be the next show. Again, hit up Creflo Dollar. We got you.
Peace.
Open conversation.